It'd be cool, it'd be great if we lived in a world where everybody respected each other and they were all honest and capable, and we could trust people not to like unwittingly or intentionally mess up our work, but such is not the case. So how do we secure our work from people either intentionally messing it up or unintentionally through incompetence screwing something up? So we're going to take a look at that. And there's three kind of levels of protection. We could protect things on like the entire workbook, right? So we could put a password on it where people can't even open it up unless they have the password. Or we could protect kind of the structure of it, which in Excel speak means that we could protect which worksheet tabs are shown down here. We could protect the order in which they're shown. And then we could also protect all of the individual cells. And we could get really granular down to a single cell about what is and what is not protected. So let's say we had all of this data, so much data, and we wanted to protect some of it. By default, all of the cells in Excel, so if I right click one of these cells and choose Format Cells, and then go into Protection, by default, all of the cells in Excel are going to be locked, right? That's just by default. So what I want to do first of all, and I've already been through here and unlocked them all, but I'm going to show you how to do that again. What I want to do first of all is to select this entire worksheet. So I select that whole worksheet. I'm going to right click it. I'm going to choose Format Cells, and I'm going to make sure everything is unlocked. And locking and unlocking cells has no effect until I apply worksheet protection. And you can see that little reminder right here. Locking cells or hiding formulas has no effect until you protect the worksheet. Review tab, Changes group, Protect sheet button, right? So everything's unlocked right now. Now let's say I want to protect some stuff. So I've got a formula here, I've got prices here, I've got quantities. Let's say I want to protect these three columns from being changed, right? So right now I could come in here and I could change that from 7 if I wanted to, 3, and I could pocket the difference, right? If I'm doing a little embezzlement, I could change this from 8 to 2 and pocket the difference. So what if I want to protect that so people can't do that? I'm going to lock down the price, the quantity, and the total. So I select those three columns. I right click, I choose Format Cells, I go in, I say lock those babies, lock them down, lock those babies, I click OK, and now nothing has happened until I come up here and I choose Protect Sheet. So when I choose Protect Sheet, it gives me these options. And, I've got a bunch of different options, but protect worksheet and contents of locked cells. Yes, that's exactly what I want to do. Apply password? Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the password for all of the project files, if you come across anything needing a password, is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. And I've put that in the name of this file up here, securing your work, password 1, 2, 3, 4. So when you download the project files to work with them, if you need the password, it's right there, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've protected my worksheet and the contents of locked cells. I applied the password. And do I want to allow users of this worksheet, to select locked cells? No. Do I want to allow them to select unlocked cells? Yeah. So let's say I want them to do, stuff over here. They can change all that and select all that because it's not locked, and they need to be able to select those unlocked cells to do that. So I'm going to leave it just as that. They'll be able to select unlocked cells. And, and then any other cells that aren't locked, they will all be able to do all of these other things here anyhow because those cells are unlocked. So I'm going to click OK and enter my password just to confirm it, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then click OK. And now these cells should be locked. So I can't even click on those cells. I'm clicking there and it won't let me select them. I could click where they're not locked, but come over here, can't even select them. So that's kind of protecting cells on a worksheet level. So that's kind of cool. I'm going to unprotect this sheet, 1, 2, 3, 4, and now it's all unprotected, and I can once again select in here, and I could change things and get back to my embezzlement 2. All right, pocket the difference. So what if I wanted to hide a column? What if I didn't want people to see which salesperson, right, was responsible for the sale for whatever reason? I could select that column. I could right click it. I could choose hide. There we go. And now, right, well, that column's hidden, but somebody who knows Excel could be like F, G, H, J. Oh, there's a hidden column there. And they could unhide that column and they could see it. So I want that column to remain hidden. So I'm going to hide it once more. And then I could come up to Protect Worksheet. And remember, we had these three columns already protected. I didn't protect the I column, right? That's not locked. But let's protect Worksheet and see if, 1, 2, 3, 4. And no, I don't want them to sort either. I don't want them to use that either. And protect the worksheet and contents of locked cells. Select unlocked cells. Yes. Select locked cells. No. So I'm going to, and then there's something here, format columns, right? But we'll see. I'm going to leave that unchecked because I'm always a little bit unclear about, allow users of this worksheet to. This aspect right here always kind of confuses me just a little. So for me, I do it by trial and error. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's see if now that I've hidden that and I've locked it, and they could select the cells that are unlocked, right? But they can't select these cells, and they could select J. Can they now go H and J, or H to E and unhide? Unhide is not even a choice there, right? Unhide's not even a choice. So they're not able to get to that column. And that's, again, for me, it's a trial and error process. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And if I had under Protect Worksheet format columns, so that's going to allow them to format columns and then reapply my password, right? And now would they be able to unhide? Nothing about unhiding there. What about if I select those and unhide, and they were able to unhide it? So always when you're kind of protecting a worksheet and experimenting with it, you want to come in here, and then of course once you've applied stuff through a process of trial and error, just see if it's doing what you want it to do. That's just how I use it. That's how it's used on the street. That's how I use it. To make sure that it's protected the way I want it to be protected. So that was selecting a whole column, right, to lock the whole column. If I wanted to just lock individual things, like I want to lock that one cell, of course I could do that.